Welcome to What Would I Do, where we explore real-life healthcare scenarios. I'm your host, Izzy, a clinical pharmacy technician. My job is a unique blend of pharmacy knowledge and patient advocacy. I work in a doctor's office specializing in medication access, which means I navigate the incredibly complex and often frustrating world of insurance to help patients get the medicine they need when they need it. It's a role that often puts me on the front lines of the battle against high healthcare costs. Today, I want to share a story that perfectly illustrates how a few minutes of dedicated advocacy can completely change a patient's life, especially when they're faced with the shocking and often demoralizing cost of prescriptions. One afternoon, a medical assistant received a call from a concerned patient. He was at the pharmacy, attempting to pick up his prescription for Xarelto, a crucial blood thinner that prevents strokes and blood clots. He was worried when the pharmacist quoted him a price of $1,400 for a 3-month supply. He asked if there was a cheaper alternative he could switch to. The medical assistant, knowing that changing a critical medication isn't a simple decision, was about to page the doctor. However, she remembered my role and smartly decided to loop me in first, asking if I could do anything to assist before escalating. I immediately got the patient's information and pulled up his chart. The first place I looked was his insurance. It was a commercial plan, likely from an employer. A $1,400 price tag for a 3-month supply in March pointed to one thing: a high-deductible health plan. For those who don't know, a deductible is the amount you have to pay out of pocket for covered healthcare services before your insurance plan starts to pay. With a high-deductible plan, this amount can be thousands of dollars. This was his first major prescription fill of the year, and his insurance wouldn't pay a dime until he met that massive deductible. This is an incredibly common problem that we see every day, and it's a huge barrier to care for so many people. Now, you can't just stop taking a blood thinner like Xarelto. The risks are far too high. Switching medications wasn't the best first step. There was a better way. While the patient was still on the line, I went to the manufacturer's website and found a Copay savings card. These programs exist specifically to help patients with commercial insurance afford their prescriptions. I called the pharmacy, gave them the new billing info, and asked them to rerun the claim. After a brief hold, the pharmacist came back with the new price: $10, from $1,400 down to just $10. The whole process took about 4 minutes. The patient, who was still on the phone, was incredibly relieved and grateful. For me, it was just a relief to know he could get the medication he needed without having to make an impossible financial choice. This story is a perfect example of a system that is often too complex and costly for patients to handle alone. That deductible was a huge barrier to his health, but solutions like copay cards exist, and as healthcare advocates, it's our job to find them. If you're a patient facing a shocking prescription cost, ask for help. Ask for a pharmacy tech or a medication access specialist. And to my fellow healthcare workers, remember that taking a few extra minutes can be life-changing for our patients, because cost should never be a barrier to health. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and ask questions.